Today's podcast is brought to you by
Seat
Geek. Use the code SmartestGirl10 and get 10% off your order.
That's the thing they don't tell you about having a natural big rack. It's like you always have to be on the ones and twos. Go ahead.
I think that's the most perfect beginning. Let's start the show. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is. For those of you out there that are looking for love, this is the show for you. This is a relationship podcast. It is the one and only, the most beautiful, my wife, the woman who saved me from the doldrums of lonely persecution. Here she is, the one and only, the smartest girl in the world. Nivine Nash.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome.
And my co-host, Jason.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I fell the other day, guys. I was walking and I fell. I hit my head.
I honestly,
I was so groggy.
I was really scared.
Why?
I don't know, like when we were driving back from the fall, like I almost just started crying. Like I've never, it felt, I don't know, like I can't explain it. It's like, oh my God, this person can get hurt and there's not, like I can't.
It really wasn't that bad.
No, it was bad.
No, it wasn't. I tripped.
I'm going to put a picture.
I tripped. We were going on a hike.
Jason tripped.
There was a tree root that was coming out, and my foot hooked into the tree root.
No, but it was like a 4-part fall. Like it's like he tripped. He tried to catch him. It's like you were in the air for a while, right? Like it was like a wave.
Yeah, I almost saved it.
Then your head just slammed.
I caught myself. I thought everything was good, and then my head went bunk.
So Jason has blood running down his face, okay, and on his legs. There's blood, right? And he's like, let's just keep going on the hike. Just stop talking about it. Let's keep going on the hike. And I was like, oh, he's concussed.
Guys, quick break in the action to let you know about today's sponsor, Seat Geek, the best ticketing app out there, the best app, the only app that we use. It is absolutely incredible for concerts, for sporting events, for opera. Seat Geek gives you access to the world of performance, which is so great. And right now, guys, if you use the code SmartestGirl10, you're going to get 10% off your order, and you can use the code as much as you want. SmartestGirl10. So go to the link in the description right now. Download the Seat Geek app and use that code. It's right here on the screen. And one of the things we like to do here.
We love to open up the Seat Geek app.
Yep.
And we'll scroll through all the events going on in LA.
Yep.
And one of us just says when to stop, and then we have to go to that event. So you should do that with your date tonight.
Yep. And let's look up. We're gonna
Ready?
go into concerts. I'm gonna spin it right now, and you're gonna
Ready?
tell me when to
Stop.
Oh my God!
What?
We are going to see Dua Lipa
Woo!
in Inglewood at the Kia Forum, October. In October. Oh my God!
It's coming up.
Yeah.
We need an outfit.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's October 4th, 2025.
Oh, we have plenty of time to get ready for it.
Yeah, well, this is actually one of the things that I think is so cool about the Seat Geek app is Christmas is coming.
Yes.
And what a great gift if you guys were to go on the Seat Geek app and like maybe for your brother or whoever, get them Oasis tickets.
Ooh,
Get them for
very good
Imagine
gift.
Christmas morning,
Yeah.
they go in, they see an envelope, they're like, what the hell could this be?
Yeah.
Some gag gift. And it's 2 tickets to the reunion of Oasis. That's my idea.
That's how you become number one of your family.
Yeah. And we all want to be number 1 in the family,
Yeah.
don't we?
Yeah.
We'd hate to be like me, number 2. Because my sister
You're
is the best.
Such a number 2. Yes, Seat Geek will let all your family's dreams come true.
Yeah. So go now, use the code SmartestGirl10, and our thanks to Seat Geek for sponsoring this podcast.
We love you, Seat Geek. I put on my story that I was looking for questions.
Okay.
I was looking to solve problems.
Okay.
And people submitted.
They did?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, I put a new baby name in my list.
Oh, what is it?
You're not going to like it.
No, what is it? Tell me.
I don't know. It came to me.
Yeah.
Venus.
For a girl?
Yes.
No.
Really?
No, I like your other ones, though.
Venus?
Venus?
V?
Venus Nash?
Yeah.
Maybe. I gotta think about it.
You don't love it. Okay. I don't know. I just thought of it and I woke up and I wrote it down.
Well, now when I think about Venus Williams, and then I like it a little bit more.
Who's that?
She's a
I'm
famous
just
tennis
kidding.
player.
Okay.
I like Theodore.
Yeah, but I've said Theodore so much.
Yeah, that you've worn yourself out
I
with it.
literally feel like I had a kid named Theodore at this point, and he's grown up and he's left the
Oh,
house.
so you're over it.
Oh, I like the name Luca.
I love the name Luca.
Luca is so cute.
For a boy
Yeah, or a girl.
or a girl.
Luca and Rex. I know we're only gonna have one kid, but
Do Luca Rex.
that sounds like a menace.
Luca Rex Nash. It does. It sounds like a WWE.
Yeah,
wrestler.
like he's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready? These
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah.
Do I look pretty?
The best. The prettiest woman I've ever seen.
Okay. Should I offer to split the bill if the date is not going well? I always hear people say the guy should pay, and I do believe that and think that's nice when someone is trying to court you. But what if you realize pretty quick that it's not going to be a thing? Is it then rude of me not to offer?
It's a good question.
That's a great question.
Really good question. And definitely something that like I'm sure a lot of people have thought about.
Yeah.
Really good question. Yeah. I think that if you do that, that definitely sends the message like no.
Yeah.
You know? Do you have to do that? No. You could still accept the dinner.
Mhm.
We were just talking about this the other day. You had a great take on this. We were talking about
Getting someone a car.
yeah. This was well. Can we move to this question because this one's more interesting because your take is really good.
Sure. I mean, I guess it'll go hand in hand.
This was something that we saw where it was like someone was asking, like this guy's going on a date, right? And the girl asked to be Ubered there because she didn't feel like driving.
Yeah.
And so the guy was a little put off by it.
Yes.
And I actually the guy who made the TikTok I really like.
I really like
and
too.
and
I
he's
think
really
so sweet
funny.
yeah.
And that is his take. And when I saw the TikTok, I think like maybe 2 years ago, I would have been totally sided with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, why is she asking for an Uber?
Yeah.
But Nivine's side actually raises a good point and made me go, oh yeah, that's a good point too.
Yeah.
Which is
it's just like I think we've like lost touch with like what dating is, and like it's like when you're as a man in like a male female relationship, if you're a man that's like looking to date a girl, you should be courting her and you should be like proving yourself to her as to why she should choose you. And like now I feel like we've gotten into a weird place where guys are like, I'm gonna do the bare minimum. As a woman, like we get ready, we buy cute outfits, we look good, we like put so much into dating that we shouldn't
take a really long time to get ready.
Yeah, we shouldn't be at a loss from going on the date. So it's like if you don't feel comfortable sending someone an Uber, then I think it's like, okay, well, I would love to pick you up. And then if that's like, I just don't see why that's so crazy. But I remember like seeing some of the comments and they were like, yeah, like that's why women think this now. And it's like we've turned in like, I don't know, I think people have lost touch with what dating is supposed to be.
Right. But what if it's just like a date that you're not that excited about?
Then you shouldn't be going.
Then you shouldn't go.
You shouldn't go. If you should. And this is for people that are like dating to like marry or like dating to find like their girlfriend and stuff. You're not just going on like some hookup app and being like, come over and send yourself over here. It's like, no, you should.
Right.
And as a man, you should be excited to like show a girl that like, here's what I can do for you. And it's like $15. Like, come on.
Right. Yeah.
And it would be like, I don't know. I think it's sweet to do stuff like that.
Okay, so go back to her question. What do you think?
So her question, so I always think as a woman, you should never be at a loss from something. So like to me it's like you still went, like you still sat with them. So I just think a man should pay for a date. If you want to like leave, I guess like I would be like, I can get half of this, but like, can we end this here?
Yeah.
I don't know, but you still went. I don't know.
Right. You still got ready.
You still, yeah.
Yeah. I think
it's nice to do maybe because I think guys also are in this like mindset. It's always like the poorest man in the world will be like, girls are using me. And it's like, so if the guy's going to think you're using him over like a $60 like meal, then maybe just pay the $30 and go, or even pay for his.
Right.
Just because I think guys like are so fragile sometimes that like them taking a girl to dinner and the girl not liking them but still making them pay might make them hate women for like 3 years after that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Um, I wouldn't.
I feel like too, like when I was, maybe too, there's just men that just aren't that serious about, like those two people that are going on a date, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are they on the same page necessarily? One might be really looking for their soulmate, and the other might be like, yeah, I'm just trying to have fun, and that's not necessarily declared through, your text before the date.
Right.
Like, no one does that.
Yeah.
So you'll be like, hey, what's up? How's it going? Oh, not much. Oh, I like your stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, cool. You want to go on a date sometime? Sure, I'd love to. Oh, great. How's Friday at 8? Friday at 8's great. And it's left at that.
Right. But so
it's not like, what are you looking for?
Right. Like before you hang out.
You're right.
But so like from right there, right? You're in that situation and you're trying to see if someone's like serious or not. If you ask them to send you an Uber, are they hesitant? That to me would be someone
Red flag.
that isn't trying to impress me.
Right.
Are they picking somewhere like really like cute and sweet? And I don't think you should go on like some really fancy dinner as a first date because that is a little awkward. Like, what if you don't know them? But is it like a cool spot, or is it like, hey, meet me at this bar at 11:30 p.m.? Like, there's like little things that you'll just kind of learn as like someone that's really trying to get to know you or someone that's just having fun.
Yeah. All right. Next question. I think we helped her.
Oh yeah.
I hope we did. Again, guys, we don't know what we're talking about, but keep watching.
Okay. I'm in school currently.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty friendly and I make friends really easily. That sounds like someone that doesn't make friends. I always have trouble with getting a real date because the girls I've gotten to know just assume we are friends. Am I supposed to not make friends with them first and then ask them if they would like to be romantic? Do you just go up to someone and ask them out without getting to know them on a friendship level first? It's driving me crazy.
Oh.
I get that.
So she wants to know.
It's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy.
It's a boy in school, maybe college.
Yeah.
That he's making friends with like a bunch of girls, but then
and he's saying he's good at it.
Yeah, he has a lot
of friends. But that can be tricky if you're the type of guy that makes a lot of friends easily, because you're always the friend, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because like I guess
the question is
making friends, but. And then he'll like one of the girls and be like, go out with me. And they're like, we're friends.
Yeah.
So he's asking, do I just go up to someone and ask them out without getting to know them?
Right.
I think like some people need that friendship level and then they like get romantic feelings. It sounds like he's like that.
Yeah.
And then some people, like for me, if I was friends with someone, I would never date them. It's like a category in my head where it's like, oh, I'll never just wake up one day and start to like you. Like, I like really have a boundary in my head of like friends and like romantic interest. But some people will have a friend and then they'll fall in love and it's amazing.
Right.
So there's like different kinds of people.
Yeah, I think in general he should delineate between
who's a friend
and who you want to date.
And
yes, walk right up to them and say like, "Oh, hi, I'm Chris, blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you know?
I think also like if someone
Can I have your number?
If you're friendly and not like intimidating, which it sounds like he's kind of nice, just from his writing,
and popular,
I think it's okay to like ask your friend out, and if they're like, "Ew, no, like we're just friends," like just be like very thick-skinned about it and just keep trying.
Yeah.
Maybe it will land with. If you're in college, one of the girls might wake up one day and be like, "Wait, you've always been there for me. It's always been you." Like you never know.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm diagnosed bipolar, and finding a relationship has been very hard. I have explosive episodes often,
Oh.
and that is when the person I'm seeing bounces. Do either of you have advice on juggling mental health and still trying to have someone like all the parts of you?
Oh.
I think you got to get medication,
Well,
right?
they probably are on medication
Oh, I
if they have
think,
outbursts, right? Well, one, medication. Let's assume that she has medication.
yeah. Why do you think it's a girl?
Let's assume that he has medication.
Um,
Um, uh, so how do you get somebody? I mean,
Maybe talking to someone before when you're like in a normal, like leveled state that like you do have like outbursts or you do have.
but how do you say that on the first date? Hey, just so you know, I have I have outbursts from time to time. So what else is new?
I
That's
think that,
tough.
yeah, that's a tough sell.
It's tough. It's tough to say that. When do you reveal that?
I think you should say it right away. Because maybe they, like, we're in an era right now where everyone is diagnosing themselves with something. So maybe the person will be like, oh, well, I have.
Yeah, I have ADD. And
Yeah.
then she's like, well, that's not quite the same. I hate when people do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have adult ADHD. It's like, okay.
Oh, really? I have 7 personalities.
We are the same. Um, I don't know. That one's a tough one for me because I think
This is it. This is the thing, is that you will find somebody who will love all of you, who you are, with your outbursts, 100%.
you just have to have them fall in love
With
with you first. I feel like you can't just
well,
like think of it like when we were first dating. Like if you just completely lost your shit, I would be like, oh no.
yeah, well, it sounds like he or she has trouble when they leave, too. So we should address that.
When the person leaves.
Yeah. Like when he or she gets broken up with.
So here's
or
the thing:
they.
if it's your person, I really believe this. If it's your person, they won't leave.
Yeah.
They'll be like maybe they'll take the night and like get away from you, which maybe they should, and then they'll come back to you. Like you can't mess up with the person that you're supposed to be with. I just really think that.
I
You
believe
can
that
like
too.
you can have a meltdown, you can whatever and like you'll work it through.
Yeah.
So if that just keeps happening, it's just you're just like eliminating people before you meet your person.
But how do you soften the blow when someone breaks up with them? That's what they're struggling with
I
too.
would just, I mean, when you're in a calmer state, like maybe reach out and just. Here's the thing. Usually people aren't going to break up with you over one thing.
All right.
So, like, maybe you just scared them. And then when you're calm and like you can talk it out.
Yeah.
But if it's something that's happening all the time, that I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what if he or she's having the outburst privately? So, like, let's say the guy.
You're at dinner and it's like, I'm going to actually be right back. I'm going to take the weekend.
No, what if the guy like calls her
Mm-hmm.
and is like, "Hey, I don't want to be together anymore." She's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Okay," and then that removal of that person is really hard. That she now has to go deal with that. I think that's what she was saying too.
Yeah.
So like, how do you deal with that if you're bipolar and now you were with somebody and now suddenly you're not. Now you're alone.
Okay, so I do this thing, and it's like really, I don't know, you have to have like a big imagination to do it.
Mm.
But if I can't accept something, or like if I like say you like really like someone and they're just not into you or something, right?
Yeah.
You cannot spend 1 second over someone that doesn't like you. I've done this with like friends, like if we've had a falling out and it's like I don't understand it, I'll just be like, I'll truly pretend that they died in my head. Like it's so crazy, but I'm like, oh no, they died. Don't like, and like I'll feel like when you feel this sadness of death,
Yeah.
it's so much better than feeling like the anger of like, wait, I can't believe this person left me.
Yeah.
It's like it's so
Yeah.
sad that they're no longer.
Oh wow, that's really good.
So I've done that since I was like little.
Yeah.
With things, and like it's honestly my life's been great because of it. Because you can't.
Yeah, that's what I fear if we ever broke up, that I'd never ever talk to you again. That you would just be like, okay, see ya.
I think at this point, like we would be friends because I would still want to like talk to Charlie and stuff. So I
yes.
would be friends with you, I think.
Yes. Good.
Um,
Good. Charlie saved me.
yeah.
Charlie and Wyatt saved me.
Unless, yeah.
Why did the comments say we were getting divorced?
I don't know.
I don't read the comments.
Everyone always says, it's like, oh, I called it. And I'm like, wait, what? Do they see something I don't see?
Guys, don't leave those comments because then it gets in her head. There's two things.
Yeah.
One, women have a tougher time, like, people like accepting when they're being funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's totally true. And I think it's a total stereotype and it's fucked up.
Yeah.
And so I know you're being funny. There's never been one time on this podcast where my feelings have been hurt. Like, I love it.
But also, honestly, I think I'm the least mean person.
The
Like,
least mean.
I don't think I'm mean at all.
But when you're turning a joke, I think maybe people.
It's just, yeah, maybe.
I mean, you've roasted me like 3 times this show, and
Someone
I love it.
made that comparison with, like, you know how everyone was hating on Blake Lively for a second.
Yeah.
That like her humor, which is exactly the same as Ryan Reynolds' humor.
Yes.
But people are like, oh, Ryan Reynolds will change the topic in an interview and like talk about his friends, and everyone's like, he's so lovable. But when Blake Lively does it, it's like, she's so bitchy. Like, why did she ignore and it's like,
people generally in life, there's like 2 kinds of people. There's people who like mean jokes, and then there's a really more segment of the population that's just like, that's too mean. It's almost like, remember when you told me that your friend was watching Kill Tony with a guy, and and the guy was like, Tony's being mean. I don't like this. And you're like, no, that's what's funny.
That's like the whole point.
Yeah. So I mean, you either get it, and then the second thing I'll say is, it does take time for like an audience to like understand you and get when you're being funny. Like when I used to when I started doing vlogs with David, for the first like 10 vlogs, people hated me. And he would sit there and delete the comments and delete like Jason sucks. And he did that for months. I mean, that's why I love David so much.
Yeah.
Because he literally sat there and was like, no. And then eventually, it's the same thing it's the same
about the wrestling
about the wrestling guy. I won't tell it here. I won't tell it here.
I was like, how is Jason going to rope in the wrestling documentary into this podcast?
Guys, if we won't talk about it, but the Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix is so eye-opening in so many ways. If you make content, if you're a writer, if you're an artist, if you're anything, watch that documentary.
But
because
I like
brilliant.
that what you said about that. Like, he made someone like just a villain.
Quickly, the story was when The Rock started, the WWE was so excited to get The Rock in there because he came from a long wrestling lineage, and the crowd hated him for months and months and months and months. And the crowd was like, no. So what they did is they turned him into a bad guy, and the crowd loved him. And then he went back to good guy. But that was the story I was going to tell.
Which that actually reminds me of a story I have that's much similar.
Please.
So
I love
the
you.
same story as The Rock happened to Icy.
Who's Icy?
Do you know Icy the drink?
Ice Spice?
No. Icy the drink at 7-Eleven.
Sparkling ice?
Icy.
Oh, Icy's, like the Icy's.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so...
Oh, the ones we get with cherry and Coke.
Yeah, so the story about Icy is they had cherry, raspberry, and something else, but cherry and raspberry were the same color. And so people kept going to cherry.
Yes.
And so then someone at Icy was like, I'm going to try something. And so they were like, people like the color blue, so let's just call it blue raspberry. But it's just raspberry with blue coloring.
Wow.
There's no such thing as blue raspberry.
Right.
And then people went nuts for it. But it's like, it's just a thing in your head.
Yes. Yeah. It's all everything is packaged really, right?
And also,
Packaging
did you
is
know
everything.
that I don't know if this is similar, but when you cross the street, you know how you hit that thing?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wait, walk.
Wait.
When you push it, it's not making the stoplight go any faster or anything. It's just because they found that people will relax more and get less impatient and just cross the street when they're doing something.
Ah.
So like when you push it, you feel like, okay, now it knows I'm here.
Yes.
But it doesn't affect.
Doesn't make it go any faster.
It doesn't do anything.
Right. Oh, I always saw it like, wait, was like, hey, just stop pushing me. Is that what happens when you push it?
It says wait, like keep Like, don't cross yet. Wait.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I push it and they go.
it's like
Overweight,
wait.
overweight.
No, you're not overweight anymore.
Anymore. No, we got on the scale the other day. It was, oof. Tough times.
Not for me.
No, you're killing it.
They were like, okay, step on it. And I was like, I'm on it. And they're like, I don't think so. It's saying 0. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Would love to get your advice. I've been with my boyfriend for a year.
Yeah.
And I love him so much. And we have a good connection. He has been trying to get me on birth control since basically the first month that we dated. We are young, early 20s. And of course, I don't want to have kids right now, but he thinks I'm being annoying by not just taking the pill. And now he's sent me articles of a birth control shot, which just sounds even weirder to me. What would you do?
Ooh.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
This is actually going to blow your mind. So, guys that are pushing you to be on birth control pills, right? So, birth control, if you're on it and you love it, amazing, cool, whatever. If you're on birth control pills, it changes so many things about you that your boyfriend, you basically have to teach him about it so that he doesn't want you on it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're on birth control pills, your body thinks that it's pregnant. Okay?
Right.
So like your body thinks it's getting pregnant, so it's not letting the thing hit the egg or whatever the terminology, right? And when you're pregnant, you want someone very feminine and you want like a very beta person.
Yeah.
Because you want someone to nurture you and take care of you and talk about your feelings and be really sweet to you because your body thinks it's pregnant. And like it needs someone really sweet and very feminine. When you are not pregnant, you will attract the person you're supposed to mate with. So it's usually like very alpha, very like the person you're like very attracted to. Like you want to make a baby with this person. So what happens when you take birth control pills is you will choose the wrong partner to mate with.
Oh.
And then what happens is when you're pregnant, this is actually crazy. When you're pregnant and you have to stop obviously taking the birth control pills, you will get a divorce from your partner within the first year of having the kid. I swear, you'll get a divorce.
This?
You'll get a divorce.
So many couples are on birth control and then they stop and they have a baby and they stay together.
No.
What are you saying?
And they'll break up. No, I swear.
So where's the proof?
To know, I'll show you the proof. To know if the person you're supposed to be with, right? So you could not be on birth control pills, and then like if this girl starts birth control now, right?
Yeah.
He blasts off in you 1,000,000 times. You're having a good time, you think. You will no longer be attracted to him sexually.
Oh my God, that's a wild
you
claim.
will not. That's
maybe you.
No.
You.
And I've never been on birth control.
Right, but I'm saying that
Because
is a wild claim.
I'm gonna choose
get a lot
my
of
partners.
comments.
No.
Please leave a lot of comments.
If you
I can't let you go down this hole. Keep going.
Your
I can't get you get roasted on the comments like this.
Hormones are off and you're choosing the wrong partner. Your pheromones are off and you're unable to choose the right partner for you. And that's why when you're off birth control pills and you have a baby, you hate your partner.
That's a wild-ass claim, Nivine.
It's absolutely true.
That is wild.
It's absolutely true.
Okay, well, let's see what the people say.
It's absolutely
Hi,
true.
Nivine, I'm a
and
doctor,
that's why,
and you're absolutely right.
No. That's why women, they're like, when I'm pregnant, when I was pregnant, the smell of my husband literally made me vomit. And it's like, they're like, that's part of pregnancy. It's like, no, you mated with the wrong person.
Oh, gosh.
Because you were on birth control pills since you were like 14.
Okay, let's look it up.
Your mind is going to be blown. Look how I'm holding the microphone. I seem absolutely crazy. I seem absolutely crazy.
Birth control turned me off.
And I can even
my
call Yasmin and she can
partner.
explain the science of it. Let me just see if she answers.
Yes, birth control can affect your attraction to your partner and your relationship in other ways. Birth control can change who you're attracted to. For example, one study found that women who chose a partner while on hormonal birth control were less attracted to him after stopping the pill. Another study found that the pill can make you likely to be drawn to men who smell like you.
Hey, I'm on the podcast. I was trying to explain to Jason whole birth control makes you choose like the wrong partner thing, but I feel like I'm not wording it right. Can you
No, you
explain
are.
it? Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
I have you on speaker now.
I said, has Jason taken birth control to add validity to the topic?
I've been making him stay on birth control pills because I don't want him to
Yeah, I have
trap
tits
me.
now.
Yeah. You don't want him to get pregnant. You don't need that drama, dude. Getting your husband pregnant is drama.
I agree.
Wait, Yasmin, or Amira, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
This is our friend who changed her name.
She changed her name.
I think I'm gonna change it again, to be honest.
What would you
What?
say?
You're changing your name for a third time, please?
We do one name change.
What's it going to change it to?
She's been dying for the name Pistachio.
Oh my God! This is how I know you're my best friend. Pistachio is exactly where I'm going. That's my New York name.
Wait, so the question someone asked was her boyfriend of a year has been trying to get her on birth control pills. Should she just do it? She loves him, or should she fight it?
I mean, she should tell him, hey, listen, if you want me to still love you, you won't make me take this pill because I'm probably going to skip town after this. Because birth control there's so many studies that prove this, and I'm a study myself. When I was on birth control, I had a boyfriend, and then I got off of it during our relationship, and I was disgusted by this person. And for no reason, he was literally amazing. Nothing was wrong with him, but I started seeing him as like a woman. It was very weird.
Really?
See?
But you
if
liked
a
him before
girl-
the birth control.
No,
I did. So no, I liked him when I was on it because when you're on birth control, your body is telling yourself that I'm pregnant. When women are pregnant, they're actually more attracted to men that have more feminine traits.
Okay, but so when you met him, you were already on the birth control.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And I liked him a lot. And then when I got off of it, I was like, wait, what happened?
That's crazy,
And that was
Pistachio.
what happened. I know.
Pistachio.
Hey, listen, it's nuts.
Pistachio.
Nuts.
Okay, Pistachio.
we
You
call her nuts when you're friendly with her. So
nuts?
she's nuts.
She
to
wants
you.
to be nuts.
She's nuts.
She's not nuts. You gave good advice for sure. So I like that she actually had the experience. So that was good.
I did the footwork, the pill work.
Look, I'm not saying that you guys are wrong. I'm just saying, like, as an audience, people are that's gonna be a hot button.
Well,
Which
no,
is good.
It's a hot button because I totally get the benefit of birth control. You know, you don't get pregnant, you get to have fun, whatever. But
Right.
there is a consequence that it doesn't mean we're trying to stop women's rights of having to have that access. Because if she wants to have it, she should have it. But she needs to know what it's chemically doing to her body and hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to get you on the show more, Yasmin. I mean, Pistachio.
Pistachio.
Hey, Dr. Pistachio.
Dr. Pistachio.
This is the podcast doctor.
We should have a segment called Dr. Pistachio.
Dr. Pistachio says.
Hey,
Can you
Doctor.
flash
Hey,
my photo.
She wants her photo up.
Dr. Pistachio. What
Yeah.
what if a man wants to? What if a prince wants to take you to Mykonos for 10 days, but he has a wife? What do you think?
It's a no for me, dog. That's a young girl.
But what if he's Muslim and he is able to have more than one wife, so you could be wife number 2?
I used to not want that. Let me rephrase that. I used to be okay with that if I loved him, but now I'm just so over that entire type of situation. I just want someone normal and loving and not multiply wedded.
Would you ever be wife number 2 or 3?
2.
So I would do 2 because 2 is the one. So wife number 1 is their cousin or someone they were forced to marry. Number 2
Relative.
is when they get rebellious and they're like, you're the love of my life. 3rd is when the second gets a little older and then they're like, okay, this is just like my fun time. But 3rd won't last forever. So good.
Yeah.
And who's 4th?
4th is for like, I haven't met this breed of animal yet.
I've never met
But
a 4th wife.
No. I don't think any man on earth can handle 4 wives. That's a little much.
Wow.
4 girlfriends, no problem. 4 wives, this is a big problem.
Have you ever been with a man who had another family and you didn't know?
I wasn't with him, but I have accidentally dated people and found out very quickly because I'm the CIA that they do have a family, and then I cut it.
You're the CIA,
That's
meaning
actually pretty common with Arab guys.
yeah.
Not to stereotype.
You're the CIA, meaning you have Instagram, and they're stupid enough to put it out there. And all you have to
Exactly.
do is
Wait.
just look them up.
Wait, one time, and I can cut this if you say it. I can't say it. But one time we found out this guy that she kind of liked
Yeah.
had like a full family.
Yeah.
And we found out because we were at the Grove and he was with a wife
Oh
and
my
little kids.
God.
And the little kid ran up to her legs.
No.
It was the craziest thing.
And I look up at him, and he literally looks like he shit his pants.
No, I'd never seen, and I didn't know what was going on. And I just saw this little kid running to her legs, and this guy looked like his whole world was about to fall apart.
How old was the kid?
It was like a toddler, right?
Yeah.
Came and hugged my leg. It was very freaky.
It was this. It was
And what
that
did you
guy
do?
was.
What did she do?
She just like looked
She kicked the
up
kid
at
off.
the guy, and then I feel like we kept shopping, but we were like just like.
Did you know who the guy
I
was
was
too?
just disgusted.
I knew about the guy, but I'd never seen him, so I didn't know that was him.
And what did,
until-
and he just took the kid and left?
Yeah,
Did he say
no.
anything?
They grabbed their children and left because like even the wife was like, "Why is my kid running up to this like hottie?" You know. So like it was just like it really shows you that you can't get away with like lying and stuff. Like
Right.
that guy probably will never lie
Well,
again because
and
that's so
and
scary.
That was also years later, so it all came full circle for
Years
him.
later.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
like 5 years. That happened 5 years later.
The
I'd
baby,
say.
the kid remembered you from when it was one.
No, she never met the kid before.
Oh, I thought the kid knew Amira.
No. She had never seen this kid in her life. This guy's kid, she just knows the guy. The guy's kid ran up to her in a mall.
Oh, that's really freaky.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the kid knew Amira.
No.
Oh.
And
That's
and let's be clear, I did not know this kid, but I looked up because it was just an energy. And
Out of
seen
nowhere,
the
this kid
father-
was running towards her.
The father was looking for their kid, and the kid on my leg, hugging my leg. The father was the guy that lied to me about having a whole family.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost like the universe like knew
Like, it was
something.
like-
yeah.
Yeah, and he was so scared.
Really?
Yeah.
I gave him a little look like, you know what, don't ever do this shit again.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm not going to blow your spot up, but don't ever do this again. And hopefully he hasn't.
Wow. That's really funny. Damn. What else, Dr. Pistachio?
Anything else, Dr. Pistachio?
I think that covers it.
Why do you want to change your name again?
I don't know. I just like entering different eras, but I also know I need to chill out on that. Maybe I should just stay with this one. Amira's been a good time. It really has been. I really like being Amira.
I'm
again.
just getting used to Amira. But okay. Well, and how's New York City? How's the dating in New York? Lots of hot guys there?
So New York is just full of hot people. Everyone is hot because they're passionate, they're in motion, they're in the commotion. I just love it. It's such a lifestyle here that
That's
you're
great.
just happy.
Oh, it's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, fall there is nice. Go visit my son.
Hey, I will. I'll call him tonight. See what he's doing.
Get him a gig.
Get him a gig?
Yeah. Keep your eye out if
Oh,
you
yeah,
know of
yeah.
anybody that like needs like
I
a
will.
jazz player.
Perfect. I
All right.
might apply for Columbia, to be honest. I'm looking for schools right now.
That'd be
I want a better
insane.
education.
That'd be so funny.
Very.
I'm a community college dropout, but I'm looking to turn this around.
Wyatt. Hey, wait, don't I know you? Wait, do you go here? You'd have a blast.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, we miss you. We'd love to see you soon.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Dr.
Have fun.
Pistachio.
Love you.
I love you.
That was fun. Oh, that was a nice surprise. Wonderful. Okay, one more question, then we're done.
Oh.
Let's do it.
That's fun.
Yeah, that was great.
Um,
Okay, guys, so birth control. There you go.
told you.
I know when someone tells me that they actually experienced it, I shut right up. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I guess if you've been through it.
Well, I can take it to prove it and see how we do.
No.
So the last question was, how do you know if someone is the one?
Oh, what a great way to end. Well, I can tell you when I saw Nivine on a dating app, I got a feeling over me that was like, have you ever heard Gangster's Paradise by Coolio? The beginning goes, "Ah, ah,
Uh-huh.
ah," and it goes, "I've been saving all my life for living in the gangster's paradise." And that's what I heard, like operatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was just from a picture.
That's crazy.
And then I sent
How did you feel when you met me?
like that plus like Money for Nothing by Dire Straits.
Because you had picked me up.
Yeah.
So, like, our first meeting was really, like,
I was
me
like-
getting in the
I
car.
was like this. I was like, when I first saw you, I was like, no. When I first saw you, I was like, no way. Like I wasn't saying this.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, no way. No way. No way. No way. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, you know what? Just take the next 2-3 hours that she's gonna give you. Just take the next 2 and enjoy them. And no J-Dog, no Jays, and Jason know that. That's it. You're gonna get 2 hours of this woman's time, and that's probably it. And don't expect more. And just enjoy it.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I was like, got in the car. Whoa, where do you want to go?
He's like, I made 14 reservations.
Yeah, I made a few reservations. Just like if you want to go here, we can go here. And then just sat there and was just like, no way, the whole time. And then when you turned out to be like not like obsessed with yourself and stuff, which usually someone that looks like you could be, not to be stereotypical, yes. And then when you turned out to be like asking me questions and stuff, so when you'll just know, you'll just be like, oh my God, I'll do anything to be with this person. But to be honest, I never thought I would find it either.
Yeah.
So, and I was good with that too. I don't know if I answered their question, but yeah, when you hear Gangster's Paradise,
Then you know.
mm-hmm. Why are we so blind to see?
I think that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Aren't you gonna answer the question?
Well, like for me, I think it's like different. Like I think I really believe like when you just know, and it like will just, if things are just working out and feel like it's just like, you shouldn't in the very beginning when you're like connecting with someone, it shouldn't be hard, and it shouldn't be like, I think like a marriage and relationships, like to keep them going takes like work and like people like really like actively both participating. But I think in the beginning it really has to just fit easily.
Yep.
And like your lives have to fit easily, like everything will feel like a puzzle piece, like fitting, and then like you work on keeping it that way.
Yeah, for me, like Nivine, like kept hitting boxes. She kept clicking off boxes to the point where I was like, "Oh my God, I have to marry her." Like she clicked, she ticked every box. Like, yes, she was pretty. Okay, a lot of people are pretty.
Okay. Who? Who?
No, I'm just saying, like,
Who?
you can't just go on looks. Oh, let me finish.
Okay.
Yes, she was pretty, but then she was also like really funny, and then like she also like had done stand up, so we like had that in common, and then also like she came from a good family, and then you're like, oh, she's also like great in bed, and then you're like, oh wow, like I can talk to her about anything. Oh, we
You
have
think
this.
I'm great in bed?
Well, yeah, of course.
That's so nice.
I mean, who wouldn't want to take that for a spin, you know?
Yeah, no, like a lot of people want to.
Right.
Not a lot of people have gotten to though, so.
I know, I feel very lucky. But anyways, I hope that answers your question.
Remember when I made you wait 2 years to
Oh, yeah. Yep.
get a piece of this cake?
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah. And it was great.
If you make someone wait that long, guys, you think you're going to lose them? No. They're going to marry you like quickly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy, so I don't know. I don't know
I
what to
think
say. I feel bad. I was over at David's house today, and
Mhm.
he had a friend over from that I know, and he was like, "Oh, you're married now." And then I said, "They're like, how is it?" And I said, it's awesome. She's the best. We had the best time. Like, I'm so happy. And then this kind of like silence hit the room, where I was like, "Oh wait, am I making like everybody feel bad that they don't?" Because nobody in the room was like married or had a boyfriend or anything.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, like I just heard this kind of silence. Like is that what we do to people with this show? Do we make them go like, oh, I fucking hate those two?
No, because like for me, like when I would meet people and they would say that they're happy, it would make me feel like, okay, like
There's hope.
people are happy out there, not because like I think that there's also this like on TV and movies and like a lot of people that it's like there's a lot of people in unhappy marriages that
Yeah.
just like stay and they're like, ah, well, back in the old days, like
Yeah.
they have so much hate in their heart that when I talked to someone when I was single and I would talk to people that were like in love, it made me feel like, oh, okay, good, like that's out there.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually really
But
positive.
I also want to say too that if you're alone, there's great parts about that too. Like don't feel like if you haven't found that if it's not happening, just wait for the right person, and it's okay to be alone too, right? You were so happy when you were alone.
Yes. So you'll go through like you'll never have certain times of your life again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like maybe in the moment, like I was like, I mean, I had the most fun a person could possibly.
You went everywhere.
I couldn't have made my 20s any better than they were.
Right.
Like they were just, every day was a gift. I truly just, it was, it was it was so fun. But
And when I was single too, like when I was alone,
was it like fun on the couch?
it was
Mhm.
because I trained myself to accept it. Because
Yeah.
we went through Charlie and Wyatt started to have like lives.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, they're not here on a Friday night anymore.
Mhm.
Like they're with their friends. And then I trained myself. I was like, all right, J Dog. I'm like, I never thought you'd come.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, there's no one's coming. No one is coming.
Yeah.
Look at me.
You look great.
What?
You look great.
Thanks. I really thought that. So then I trained myself. I was like, it's like, all right, it's Friday night. Like, even if I was alone, I'm like, oh, you know what? This is great. I'm gonna like read a book or do sit-ups or get into some movies or write. And I also had my friends too. I was really lucky
Yeah.
that I had Todd and David and Scott and Ilya
Yeah.
and I could basically call them anytime and just be like, what are you guys doing? And I'm like, oh, let's go. This was a great podcast.
Thanks.
I think you really did.
We're so happy that you stopped by.
Yeah. It's just like on cinema.
Yeah. Maybe you'll come back again soon.
We won't get into it, but if you guys want a really funny show to watch on YouTube, it's called On Cinema at the Cinema with Tim Heidecker and Greg Turkington. Okay, well, we love you guys, and we hope you. Do you have a sign off? Keep hunting for your mate.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
Love ya.
Bye, guys.
Forever and ever and ever. That was.
I don't want to kiss on camera.
Do you want to do something else on camera?
No.